Hi, Aisha. I'm really sorry to bother you right now. I know I'm messaging you just before your wedding ceremony. You must be super stressed right now, but I really need to talk to you. My seat wasn't in the venue, so I just wanted to contact you to check what's going on. Did the staff forget to set up all the seats in the hall? I'm sorry, could you please check with them if we need more seats, please? Oh my god, I didn't realize you were messaging me. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Actually, there was a mistake and the seats weren't ready. And it seems like it's going to be impossible to add more seats in the venue now. So can you please just stand at the edge of the hall? Oh, really? Is there really nothing you can do about this? But it's super difficult to stand still for such a long time during a ceremony like this, though. Well, if you don't want to do that, then maybe you should just go home? It's absolutely impossible to add more seats now, so the only way you can watch is to stand or leave. Wait, what? Are you being serious right now? You're not going to find me somewhere to sit? You're going to make me leave? Well, like I said, there's not a lot I can do now. You understand, right? There's just really not enough space for you. Look, Fatima, I don't really like you at all, and I don't want you here at the wedding. So just read the room a little bit and go home, please. Huh? What the heck did you just say to me? I guess I've been vaguely aware of your hatred towards me for a while now. I'm not too surprised at this. But for kicking me out of my own brother's wedding ceremony? Are you kidding me? What have I ever done to you to make you hate me so much? I understand you don't like me. I just don't get why you do. You seriously want to go into detail of me disliking you? Are you trying to rip into me for reasons why I hate you? You've always been so rude to me and think that you can get away with it. You've always tried to desperately stand out from me, haven't you? It's as clear as day that you're blatantly trying to make yourself look better in front of the family and other people around us. You try to convince them that you're a better cook than me. That kind of thing is nothing but harassment. You try and shove yourself into the spotlight when I'm the one trying to shine in it. That's why I hate you. Whoa, just hold on a minute there, Aisha. What the heck are you talking about? I have never been like that in front of you. I've got no clue what you're saying. Don't say to me that you forgot how you've acted towards me. Don't you remember the dinner we had with my parents at their house the other day? Huh? Oh, yeah, your parents invited us. It's hard to forget the really grand mansion that feels like a house owned by some hotshot executive. We were talking about bringing food and having a house party, but I was a little embarrassed by how out of place my side dish was. You've said that so often already. You proudly accept your appeal just because my parents mentioned your homemade food. Mommy and Daddy just keep on praising your cooking over and over again. They kept saying to me, why don't you get Fatima to teach you how to cook properly? I've never been so angry in my life until that point. You were trying to make me look bad in front of my parents. You're always the star of these house parties, aren't you, Fatima? On that day, we had talked about celebrating my marriage and being together as a family. Why did you all of a sudden become the center of all the excitement? Don't you think that's odd? I'm supposed to be the main character right now. Aisha, you were the main character that day. I was certainly happy that you all enjoyed my cooking, but it was just a compliment, no big deal. Oh, shut up, Fatima. It's not good that you stand out from me, not even for a moment. It's so frustrating to deal with. What? I've not been trying to do that to you, Aisha. I just wanted to celebrate you and my brother today and bond with our families. You've been trying to steal my attention a lot more lately. My mom, dad, and Ali think it's weird. I get it. It's only natural that you can cook so well since your mother taught you well, but you don't need to show off. After all, you're 10 years older than Ali. You're just a pitiful single old hag living alone and has nothing better to do all day. You can't do anything else but cook and show off, but you need to end all this attention-seeking business right now. It's not fair. Oh my god, what? Excuse me? Did you just call me an old hag, Aisha? Is that really necessary? Well, it's true. You're nothing but an old hag who's rotting away in their apartment and will probably own a bunch of cats later on in life since you're still single. I never expected for you and Ali to be 10 years apart in age. It's such a big age gap. When I first heard that from Ali, I was so disappointed. I never thought that I would have an older sister-in-law who's almost hitting 40. You're so old. It's just weird having you be around us younger people. Okay, well, I used to get quite angry over a lot of things, but I've calmed down a bit about my situation. It did look like I was getting a lot of compliments on my cooking, didn't it? So you don't like that, and you don't like me as a person? For now, I want you to know that you're obviously just jealous of me, and you've made your point about hating me, so how about we calm down now? Excuse me? You don't tell me to calm down. I know when to calm myself down, thank you very much. And there's no way that I'd be jealous of an old hag like you. Even though you're good at cooking, don't you think you get a little carried away with your so-called talent? I don't know about that one, Aisha. Look, I think you really do need to calm down since you've made your feelings quite clear. Okay, anyway, I don't like you, and I want you to go home now, Fatima. The bride's the star of the ceremony. The daughter of the company said so. An old hag like you doesn't have any right to veto my decisions, so leave and don't even think about trying to get into my ceremony. Hey, Fatima, where are you right now? I wanted to say hello to you, but I've looked all over the venue and I can't find you. Surely you've been in the hall for a while now, right? Maybe I just can't see where you're sitting? Oh, Jasmine, hello. I'm so sorry to have you running around the entire venue looking for me. Actually, I'm on my way home right now. You won't find me at the venue because I left the wedding hall. I'm sorry to waste your time. Wait, what? Why did you go home? Are you okay? What's going on? Did something happen? You do know that their wedding is about to start, right? Yes, I know. Unfortunately, some various circumstances have come up and I had to leave. This hasn't got anything to do with them not having any more seats in the venue, is it? Oh, I knew it. Actually, I was aware that there was no seat for you, even though you're a part of the family. What is going on, Fatima? I thought you weren't here because of work or something like that, so I thought that I would see you at the ceremony later, but to be honest, I thought that something weird was going on. Yeah, is it okay if I talk to you about something? So, there's a reason why I'm not there. Actually, Aisha dropped a bomb on me that she hates me. So it seems like there wasn't a seat ready for me for the ceremony because of her hating me and not wanting me there. Are you kidding me? She actually told you that? What's her problem? Why would she do this to you? You're her fiancé's sister, for goodness sake! Aisha told me that she doesn't like me taking her spotlight all the time and that I stand out more than her. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, I understand that today is really important to them and I don't want to make things worse. So I did the adult thing and went home. I don't want to give my little brother any more trouble because of Aisha, so please, just keep this to yourself. Okay, hold on just a minute there, Fatima. This is crazy. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the party. I don't think anyone else hates you. I guess I didn't think that not everyone would like my cooking. I guess she took advantage to stand out since she didn't like my cooking. That sounds like a lot to deal with. I'm so sorry, Fatima. Maybe she's just angry as you're just wanting to know what's going on. Maybe we're all too aggressive for her. Actually, we've been talking about your cooking a lot of the time at my house. It was so nice to have you make food for us. Oh, really? Does that mean you like my cooking, Jasmine? The food you made for the party was super delicious. My husband and I fell in love with that dish you made, so I asked Aisha to ask you for the recipe. And I wanted to invite you over here so you can teach me how to make all of your tasty dishes. That must have been what bothered my daughter, so she did this. Oh, I see. Well, I guess I understand where she's coming from, but I just don't know what I've done to her. Aisha is my only daughter, and she's just so adorable, but now I feel like I've spoiled her, and she was pampered so much when she was growing up. Maybe that's why she thinks she has the best personality and wants to be in the spotlight all the time. I'm so sorry that I didn't get involved sooner to stop her. Oh, please, don't worry, Jasmine. Don't worry too much about it. I can handle myself. Maybe I did something else to bother her. I don't know about that, Fatima, but for her to kick you out of the venue so you can't see your little brother get married, that's such a terrible thing to do. I'm going to try and convince my daughter to let you come back and watch the wedding. Oh, really? You can do that for me? Is that all right? All I want is to see my brother say I do. Of course, you should be allowed to see your brother get married just like everyone else. I'll go and get your seats sorted immediately, so please make your way back to the wedding venue. I'll see you soon. Excuse me? Who invited you back here? How long do you think you plan on staying here? Didn't I tell you before? There aren't any more seats, so could you please go back home and stay there? Aisha, what are you even talking about? Did Jasmine not tell you what's going on? She told me that she was going to find a seat for me right away. What are you talking about? Since when were you talking to my mommy? What the heck? She didn't tell me anything. Oh my god, this is so annoying. I never thought that you'd go crying to my mom about what I said to you. You've got a lot of nerve doing that. No, that's not what I did. She was the one who messaged me asking where I am. She wanted to make sure that I got to see my little brother today. No, as the bride, I'm the main character today. This is my wedding and I'll do whatever I like. I'm telling you to go home, so you need to leave right now. You know how much I hate you. I don't want you here at all. Are you crazy? Why are you still here? Hurry up and leave. You're ruining everything. How could you talk to me this way? Why should I have to leave? Why do you hate me so much that I'm not allowed to be here? Aha, I know. Maybe you're just trying to find yourself your own husband amongst this crowd, right? That's why you're trying to stay in this hall. You want to find someone to marry. What the heck are you saying? Why would I try and find a husband at your wedding? Oh, I see what's happening now. It makes total sense that you're doing this because you're a single and miserable old hag. You can't afford to miss such a good opportunity to find your soulmate. Did you know that many of my male friends are actually doctors and lawyers? I'll ask if anyone is single to come to today's wedding regardless of their gender. I know you're desperately trying to stand out at my wedding. We both know for a fact that what you said is not the reason why I'm coming to this wedding. There is no way that I'd act out and hunt down potential future husbands at my own brother's wedding. But you're already getting up there in age, and you're so miserable to deal with. You'd probably never admit it, but deep down, we all know how desperate you are to meet someone. That's why no matter how many times I tell you to go home, you're not going to budge. I thought you were just being a stubborn hag, but you're just looking for a man. You're so desperate, it just makes me laugh so much. Aisha, I'm getting really sick of your attitude towards me. Could you please just cut this out? Look, I know you don't like me, but would you stop calling me a miserable old hag? It is so rude. And just because I'm single doesn't mean you can make fun of me for it. A lot of people these days choose to be single for longer. I can't take this anymore. Oh, shut up, Fatima. You're so annoying. Don't talk back to me, you old hag. I'm allowed to call you whatever I like. If you don't want me making fun of you so much, then why don't you just hurry and go home? Then you wouldn't have to talk back to me about being a crappy person. Aisha, please stop being like this towards me. I didn't do anything to you. You really need to stop this. If you've got something to complain about, then you need to hurry up and leave. Stop making excuses to stay. This wedding day's important to me, and I want you to go home. Just having you, an old lady, around makes the atmosphere feel less lively. You're so boring. Well, if that's the case, then shouldn't all the old people at your wedding be told to go home too? Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I only want you to leave because you're miserable. You're annoying and you're so much older than me. You know, I really didn't know that you hated old women so much, Aisha. I guess your mommy will go home then. It's a shame that I won't be able to see my precious daughter's wedding, but that's your wish, so... Wait, what? Are you talking about my mother? Why? Why would she leave the wedding? Just wait a minute, is that you, Mom? Yes, it's me, your mother. Since I'm an old lady, of course I'll go home. I wonder if all the women older than you should go home now. I'm sure that's your definition of what an old hag is, isn't it, Aisha? Wait, hold on. What's that supposed to mean? I don't dislike old ladies. I just hate Fatima. Why do you even have her phone for?
Wow, you really didn't realize what I was doing at all, did you? I tried to call out to you many times in the waiting room, but you were so absorbed with messaging on your phone and didn't notice me at all, so I had no choice but to get a seat for Fatima and call her.
Wait, what? It was your idea to get Fatima back here? How could you do that, Mommy? Honestly, why would you do that?
You were so focused on messaging that I was getting worried about who you were texting. So I asked her to show me her messages. I never expected that you'd throw so much horrible abuse at Fatima. I can't believe you treat someone like this, Aisha.
Wait, what? She showed you her messages? That's an invasion of our private conversation. She's so infuriating. When did she do this? Since when have you been watching us message each other? Why would you spy on me like this?
For how long doesn't matter when it comes to how badly you've been treating Fatima, but I've seen all the messages you've been sending to each other.
What? This can't be happening right now. Please tell me this is a joke you're playing, Mom.
I've got no words to say to you. I didn't bring up my daughter to act like this, but I know how spoiled you've been throughout your life. Where on earth did you learn to talk like that to somebody? It's disgusting behavior. I don't remember you talking like this when you were younger.
Mommy, please. You know I would never speak about anyone like this. I've got good reasons to talk about Fatima this way. She took the spotlight away from me. It's not my fault. Fatima is trying to make everyone like her and take them away from me. I should be the one getting all the attention, especially today.
I don't want to hear your selfish excuses anymore, Aisha. If you hate old women so much, I'll just go home with Fatima. I'm not an ancient being, but I know I'm nearing retirement age, so I guess I'm an old woman then. If I wasn't like this, I'm sure the wedding would be more lively.
What are you talking about? Mommy, stop being like this. You're not that old. And I don't hate you. I just don't like Fatima. Please don't leave. It's not a good sign if the bride's mother decides to go home now. Please, it wouldn't look good.
Don't you understand? It's not good to send Fatima home either when she's your fiancé's sister. We're going to be a big family soon.
But Fatima's so annoying, Mommy. She's so old, miserable, and she's single. She brings down everyone. Even though she's 10 years older than me, she always tries to outshine me in everything I try to do.
What's the point in trying to convince you otherwise, Aisha? There's no point fighting you on this. If you can't let Fatima stay and watch the wedding, then as your mother, I can't condone this. I'm going to leave too. Goodbye, Aisha.
Mommy, no! Please wait. Are you seriously leaving? You can't go home right now. We've not even started the ceremony yet.
I'm giving up and I'm not talking to the others about this. If you're going to come home with a bunch of people, it'll be such a nuisance for your new husband. It'll be a childish thing to do to involve everyone in this problem. I've got to go and calm down a little. Fatima and I are going home now.
But please, you're my mother. You can't leave me. It's my wedding day. Please don't go. I need you.
Have a nice ceremony, Aisha. I'll leave the rest of the things to your father. He can deal with you. I'm done with all this nonsense.
How could you do this to me, Fatima? It is all your fault that my mommy decided to go home. How could you show her our messages? I even took the trouble to write a letter to my mom. If the person in question isn't present, then all the emotion of the ceremony would be ruined. All the guests were gossiping because they saw that my mom wasn't there. It's all your fault.
Well, congratulations on getting through a super irregular wedding. You know, your mother took me out for tea and coffee as an apology. It was actually so nice to share coffee and delicious pastries with her.
I can't believe this. Are you kidding me? How could you both do this to me? She didn't attend her own daughter's wedding, but she went and had coffee with you?
We had such a wonderful time together, and we just relaxed and talked about so many different things. But halfway through our conversation, I was listening to her complaints, and she said that you always wanted to be the best at everything. I was sighing and thinking about what she said. I almost ran out of things to say to her.
How could you? Just shut up, Fatima. I'm supposed to be the one having a nice day with my mom and family. You've ruined it. I was a woman born into a rich family. It's okay for me to be selfish and to do what's best for me. You're so annoying.
Wow. Okay, I guess that's a new and I guess, refreshing way to look at spoiled brats.
It would have worked out according to plan if you had just gone home quietly. Because of you, my mother got involved. And because of her not being at the wedding, it's going to make things so complicated. If anything bad happens, I'm cutting you off. Don't you dare show your face in front of me again. You make me so angry, I just can't take it anymore. You can't just cut me off from my own family, Aisha. You've got no right to do that. My brother shouldn't be affected by this. It's the best thing to do. I hate you so much. You're not allowed to see your brother ever again. I won't let you. If you meet up with him, I'll know.
I can't believe you'd do this to my own family. This makes me sick. You make me want to throw up. What did my sister ever do to you?
Wait, this isn't Fatima. Is that you, Ollie? Oh, my dear, why do you have her phone for?
I seriously don't feel good, and I'm not in any condition to fight with you anymore. How could you act like this? If you want to cut off my sister, then you can cut me off as well. My family sticks together no matter what, and I'm not going to let you ruin it, Aisha. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Don't bother showing your face in my neighborhood either, because I'm just going to ignore you.
But I'm sorry, Ollie. I didn't do this to you. Don't leave me. I want to be with you. I just wanted your sister out of the picture. She ruins everything.
Don't talk crap, Aisha. Look, I'm going to the reception now, and I don't want to talk to you there. Don't even think about eating even a speck of my sister's cooking.
At the reception, Aisha seemed to keep her head down the entire time. Even though she kept to herself, she tried to reach for some of Fatima's food. The whole plate was then confiscated by Ali. After that, in the presence of their parents, Ali had a discussion with Aisha. As a result, Aisha was not allowed to see Fatima or Ali ever again, and the others decided to never contact her either. They told her this is the end of her boasting about being young and that she's not their daughter anymore. Aisha will never be able to eat Fatima's professional dishes ever again. Aisha now goes to cooking classes to get better at her dishes, but it sounds like she's causing chaos at her cooking classes every week. Let's hope she can improve her attitude and her cooking from now on. Karen, are you there?
Oh, is that Lila? Oh, it's not like you to message me. What can I do for you, sweetie pie?
I think you probably have some idea about why I'm messaging you today. But would you mind explaining why I just found out your wedding ceremony was last week?
Huh? Oh, that?
Oh no, I told you it was today, didn't I?
Oopsie. I was so happy with my newly married life, I totally forgot to update you.
Based on your flippant attitude, I'm guessing it was on purpose.
Bingo!
Would you mind explaining what the hell you think you're playing at? Why would you think it's acceptable to waste my time like this? Do you have any idea how long I've traveled and how much it cost me to get to that church today? Flights don't come cheap, you know.
Oh, quit exaggerating, you big drama queen.
I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for why you think it's acceptable to behave like this. Go on, I'm waiting.
I don't know whether you'll be satisfied with it, but there is something that might help you understand.
Quit beating around the bush and spit it out already.
Jeez, you're a real hard ass. I know you're my big sister, but you could at least pretend to have some good manners.
All right, I'll get to the point. You'll probably regret it when I'm done, though.
Tell me, sis, have you been in touch with your fiancé lately? He wouldn't have happened to, oh, I don't know, gone totally silent on you, would he?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Well, you see, it just so happens that your fiancé is now my husband.
Excuse me?
Surprising, right? But it's too late for you now. Your fiancé is mine. Sorry, sis. I wish I could see the look on your face.
Hang on, wait a sec. Let me get this straight. You mean you intentionally sent me to a wedding ceremony that didn't exist 1 week after you actually got married to make sure I wouldn't show up for the actual wedding?
Yep, bingo. We got married last week without you, so your ugly crying face wouldn't ruin the ceremony. It was kind of a pain in the ass, but I made a fake wedding invite with the wrong date and changed the groom's name so you wouldn't suspect anything.
I see. Interesting. By the way, there's one thing I gotta ask. My fiancé? Who are you talking about?
Huh?
I don't recall being engaged to anyone.
What the heck? Are you really so desperate to save face that you'd lie about being engaged? It's kind of pathetic, Lila. It's okay to admit this sucks, you know. This has now officially left the realm of tragic and become purely hilarious. Stop it, sis. My sides hurt.
Anyway, just to be clear, the wedding most definitely wasn't today, right?
Duh, of course it wasn't. It must suck so hard to be you right now.
Whatever. I'm gonna stop by the hot spring resort on the way home and have a few glasses of wine to forget what an absolute waste of space my little sister is.
The tragic loser who doesn't even get an invite to her baby sister's wedding. You really are the comedic gift that keeps on giving. Hey sis, guess what? Me and my new husband are going on our honeymoon today. Can you guess where we're going? Okay, I'll tell you. Me and your ex-fiancé are going to Bali. You know, the tropical island you wanted to go to.
Huh? Bali?
You're jealous, aren't you? Go on, admit it.
But I went to Bali with my friend last year.
Huh? Oh, don't talk crap, babe. I know you've never been abroad. Are you lying because you're jealous? Oh, sad.
Actually, I go abroad a few times a year for both work and pleasure, so I'm not jealous at all. Not that I care if you believe me. If anything, I prefer shorter vacations within the States at places like hot spring resorts these days.
What the hell is this? Oh my god, Lila, would you stop it already? I know you're lying. This is tragic. You old hag. How old are you now? Like 30 these days? Ew. You're nothing but a worn-out, dried-up, barren wasteland of a failed woman whose fiancé got stolen by her cuter, prettier little sister. You'll never find another man after this. Your future as a wine-obsessed cat lady is pretty much set in stone now.
Was your goal with these messages today to make as little sense as possible or something? Why don't you answer my question? Who's my fiancé? I don't have any recollection of having a fiancé, so you could at least tell me his name.
Nope.
Why not?
I don't want to leave a record of my husband's name on your phone. Jealousy is a dangerous thing, and who knows what you might do. You see incidents like this in the news all the time. No way. I gotta defend myself.
How could I be jealous about having a fiancé I didn't even know existed stolen from me?
Oh, my husband's calling me. Toodles, sis.
You really have zero intention of telling me who you're talking about, huh? Hey, Caitlin. Long time no see. Sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I was hoping I could ask you something. Is now a good time? Oh, hey, Lila. You're right, it's been a long time. I heard last week was pretty tough for you. Is everything okay?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Your sister's wedding. You came down with some awful illness the day before and couldn't attend, right? My cousin was there and he told me all about it.
Oh, I see.
So your cousin was there, huh? So that's the explanation that's being given for my absence? Huh? You mean that's not what happened? I've mentioned to you before how me and my family don't really get along, right? Huh? I'm sure you did, but didn't you all patch things up like a while back? Did someone say that at the wedding? Well, yeah, that's what my cousin told me. The truth is, I was told that the wedding would be yesterday, a week later than it actually was. Huh? I don't understand. Wait a sec, you mean...
Wow, what the hell? Who the heck does that? That's awful.
I'm already over it, so I don't really care. But the wedding invite my sister sent me not only had the wrong date, but she also lied about the groom's name. Huh? But why would she do that? My sister seems to think her new husband was my fiancé, and that she stole him from me. I'm not really sure why, but she's hell-bent on insisting I'm just jealous whenever I try to explain to her I don't know who the hell she's talking about. Wow. It seems like she's having the time of her life gloating about stealing my fiancé, and to be honest, the messages are getting kind of annoying. I've asked her to tell me her husband's name countless times, but I swear all she does is act like a little kid and refuse to tell me. I'm a little confused. Why would she do that? Well, that's why I messaged you today. I was hoping you could help me shed some light on things. Sorry to trouble you, but could you please ask your cousin for the name of Karen's husband? Got it. He lives next door, so I'll head over and ask now. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Apparently the groom's name is Alvin Longhorn. Alvin Longhorn? What's wrong? Nothing. But I know who the groom at the wedding was now. Wow, seriously? Ugh, what a momentous pain in the ass. I have a feeling things are about to get seriously awkward, so I'll explain once I've dealt with all of this, okay? Sure thing, babe. That's totally fine. Take your time. Thanks so much for the information.
Hello, Lila? What the hell are you playing at, bitch? A bill for compensation from you showed up in the mail today? Why can't you just be happy for your little sister and her new husband? You are so hateful.
Go on, tell me. Why do you think I'm charging you compensation?
For breaking off your engagement, right? I can't believe you demand money from your little sister and ex-fiancé like this. Have you no shame?
I take it that means she finally got everything straightened out with her lawyer then. I'm not the one demanding compensation from you.
Huh?
It's from another woman called Lila, but it's not me. We just happen to have the same name. Go on, take a closer look at her name. Our surnames are different, right?
Oh, you're right. Wait, what the hell? Who is she?
The woman you mistook for me and stole Alvin Longhorn from.
What?
She's a girl I met at one of the hobby clubs I go to. We get along really well, and we happen to have the same first name. She's also the same age as me, so I guess I can see how you might get confused. Alvin's a member of the same hobby group. Now, Alvin, being a very greedy man of questionable moral character, got wind of a rumor that Lila was the very rich CEO of one of the most successful trading companies in America. He wasn't wrong, he just got the wrong Lila. I'm the CEO of the company.
Wait, what? Holy crap, You're the CEO of a company?
I can see you're surprised, but we're in danger of going off topic here, so allow me to return to the subject at hand. Basically, Alvin mistook the other Lila at the hobby group for me. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because she's in the habit of wearing blazers and her sense of style kind of gives off a business vibe, whereas I tend to dress more casual. In any case, the bottom line is that he mistook her for the CEO, started dating her, and before long was constantly begging for money. Eventually they got engaged, but then, with not much time left before the wedding, he found out he got the wrong Lila and broke up with her.
What?
In true scumbag fashion, he immediately slithered over in my direction and started hitting on me. But I'd already heard about what he did to the other Lila, so I told him where he could stick his sleazy attempts at charm in no uncertain terms, and that was the end of it. By that point, Lila was already in the process of working out the details of the compensation claims against him with her lawyer. When he heard about it, the sniveling lowlife actually had the nerve to pull a vanishing act.
You mean he ran away? Oh my god.
I don't know how, but he found out about our family also running their own business and that our dad is pretty well off. That's when he hatched his plan to trick you into thinking you were stealing my fiancé by saying he was engaged to Lila so he could put himself in line for a fat inheritance payout and get his hands on the family's assets. Unbelievably, he actually succeeded, and now you guys are married.
Oh my god, no way, are you for real?
I suggest you get Dad to check on the family's assets and get confirmation that everything is as it should be ASAP.
Huh?
You're in for a hell of a ride if it turns out he actually managed to get his hands on any of it.
Gah! I've been had. I got Dad to check everything. That asshole took $10,000.
Wow, are you serious?
What the hell am I supposed to do?
Damn it, Karen, if you didn't fake the groom's name on your wedding invite to prevent me from showing up at the wedding, I would have figured out what was going on much earlier, and the whole thing could have been prevented.
Oh my god, I feel sick.
Good. You deserve everything that happens to you from here on out.
Stop saying such awful things and help me.
Why?
Huh?
Do you remember what you, Mom, and Dad said to me on the day I got kicked out of the house? You are not a part of this family. Our precious Karen is our only daughter. We're not helping you even if you end up living on the streets. Suffer and struggle on your own, you ugly little rat. Why would I want to help any of you? You can all rot in hell for all I care.
Being a family is about helping each other out in times of need. How can you be so cold?
Sure, the key words there being each other. I don't have any recollection of any of you guys helping me out, ever.
Help us. No, help me.
And why should I do that?
Because I'm your family.
You were the ones who explicitly told me I am not part of your family when you kicked me out of the house, Karen. All I'm doing is honoring your wishes and staying the heck away from you. Shouldn't you be pleased?
No, you're my big sis.
Actually, I think not being a part of your family automatically excludes me from being your big sis. I can't only be your sister when you need my help.
Ugh, Lila. Stop trying to sound smart and do something. I'm gonna be totally screwed unless you help me here. You have no right to take this horrible attitude with me. You have to help me because I'm more beautiful than you, you ugly cave troll.
You know, Karen, it's actually baffling to me that you think insulting my physical appearance is gonna make me want to help you. It's amazing that you're capable of saying such things in a situation like this. You're one in a million, but not in a good way.
No, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I just got a little mad, that's all. Listen, sis, you have more money than anyone in our family. More than anyone I know, which is why you just have to help me.
I'm not your family.
Oh my god, stop it already. Just help me. Ugh. I need money. Give me money, please.
Goodbye.
Lila!
As for the other Lila and her compensation, fortunately she was just about able to scrape it together from the contents of a savings account Alvin had foolishly forgotten to close before pulling his vanishing act. Me? I managed to avoid any harm due to Alvin being too dumb to realize he had the wrong Lila, which meant his gold digger's dream never came to fruition. The real shit show right now is the situation currently unfolding between Karen and my parents. The reason for that, as you probably guessed, is that Alvin stole and completely used up $10,000 of my dad's money as soon as he and Karen got married. After that, as if to add insult to injury to my now financially broken dad, the managing director of his company, who he'd been locked in a bitter dispute with for months, used the situation as his opportunity to take 90% of the company's employees and go independent. Within the blink of an eye, the company my dad had spent decades building had completely stopped functioning and soon went bankrupt. As the things currently stand, the situation is as follows. Alvin, eager to get a hasty divorce and disappear for good, versus my dad, desperate to get his money back, versus Lila, who probably feels like crawling into a hole and dying right about now. Between being locked in a bitter dispute with little hope of being resolved and suddenly finding themselves so poor they're almost homeless, my ex-family's life is a picture of hell.